yeah. Eagles wear boxing. Y'all know what to do Monday. Yup. I see my brother in here. Sir Flame, what's happening, partner? What's up, baby? Oh, Sir Flame, man. Yeah, my brother trying to flake on me and stuff, man. He ain't trying to contact me. He ain't trying to pick up his phone. Man. I don't know why he ain't trying to. He better try to get here, man. I'm trying to get these tickets before they run out, man. They might be already out, man. I'm gonna have to sit at home, and watch the fight. I ain't really sweating it as much as I was at first, cause, yeah. Okay, sir, say that just came to hit that like button. It's my birthday, so I'm out and about. Okay, I see you. Okay. So no work today. Just out there acting like you a youngster again. He out there celebrating the birthday. He said, it's my birthday today. Everybody. I want everybody to recognize me. You tell him, Sir Flame, hey, recognize me. It's my birthday up in here. Everywhere he going, he like you getting recognized. You can do that all day long. You can do that every day. Go to a different restaurant every day and holler about your birthday. It's my birthday up in here. You can get free cake every day. Yeah. Just mark down the days on the calendar, which restaurant you went to, so they expect to see you the next year at the same time. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that. I shouldn't tell y'all that. That's not right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Yeah, we used to do that back in the day. That's an old school. That's an old school trick. I'm sorry. We used to do that back in the day. I'm sorry. I might have killed it for everybody else, but we used to do that back in the day. Go to different places. Be our birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. Hook us up. Y'all know what to do. Yeah, just get busy. Hook us up with the goods. Where my brother at? Where my other brother at? Where Derek at? Ain't nobody in here. That's all right, brother. It's your birthday. I'll read it out. They don't want to understand. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about Shields today. Just a little bit, I don't really get into it. But I was watching. I was, scoping. I was checking out what she do so I could see it. Let's see it. You know how Eagle do. Let's see. We don't care about all that other stuff. All we care about is seeing. If we don't see it, because for us, seeing is believing. If we don't see it, it can't believe you, son. Because we got to see what's up. If we see it, then we good. We seen it. Okay, I see how you do. We see how you rolling. We see how you working with it. Anyway, Sir Flay said salute to Eagles Web. He said salute to the chat. And as always, he said jab that like button. All y'all neck don't get neck. In Eagles Web Boxing, he got the fire up good with the 100. Of course, he always got to have that glove up. Don't forget about them things, brother. Yeah, it's over if those things got to get involved. I know they like Eagle say too much. The Eagle always talking. No, I don't talk. I just talk during the show, man. I'm quiet. I hardly say a word all day because I'm not around people like that. I love to be around people, but sometimes I just don't, man. They start bugging after a while. I can maybe handle 5 minutes of people, and I'm starting to find out that there's other people like me. I'm starting to find out that there's other people that feel like they're on a different wavelength, and they get much hate from friends and family. I'm like, well, hey, that stuff sounds kind of familiar right there. So they get much hate from friends and family. They could be around family for so long, and then they got to get out. Like I got to escape. And so I started seeing within that. I started seeing in myself those same things. I'm like, so that's what it is. So it wasn't just me. It's not me, brother. All this time I thought it was me. Yeah, y'all see me. I'm looking in a magazine at the same time I'm talking here. I'm so rude. But this is my thing, man. It's just I got my birthday guy up in here, and it's just me so far. So Y'all just bear with me on this. You know, let me look through my magazine. It's just a magazine for gyms and stuff. It don't have nothing. It's nothing. It's not nothing that I have to read. I just have to like look. I can still do what I'm doing. It's not like ain't no girls in there. See, ain't no see. It's just see, just gyms and stuff. That's it. Even if I flip through it, I can just go to a random page. Let me see. Let me just go to a random page. See, earrings and all that type of stuff. That's it. Ain't no download reading over here. I ain't trying to see stuff or nothing like that. You know, that's it. It just was happened to be sitting up on my desk, and I just I haven't went through it. I need to go through it. Mother's Day, of course. I got to pay some other mother. I got to pay bills, man. Ugh. Can't stand it, man. I got to pay, man. It seems like all I do all day, every day, every week is another bill that I got to pay. And I'll be wondering who gets paid like that. How y'all get money like that where y'all can pay so many, like, in the first, week or so of the month, I got so many bills. It's like, it's not good. That's too much. Too many bills, man. To be that early in the month. Mm-mm. Don't worry, I'll leave it alone in a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just checking something out. But anyway, yeah. So we'll get into it in a little bit. But I hope everybody had like a great weekend. It's hard to have a great weekend sometimes. People try to, they try to ruin your weekends and stuff like that. I finally made it up. I made it up into the mountains. I ended up leaving a little bit early. I got there, it was dark. The little bit of sunlight it was barely hanging on. I got. Let me see if I have it on here. It might be on another phone. I'll probably post it up. It's not really much to listen to or look at. It's a lot of darkness. Okay, so it's on the other phone. It's on my other phone. But I'll probably post it up. And so you can hear some of the sounds of the sacred bear dance, but you can't film it and nothing like that. It was a lot of, I don't know, this was kind of odd this year because there was a lot of people there that was, I don't even, well, when it's hard to use words that everything I say should just flow off like easily and naturally, but I have to sit here and think of what to say because I want to keep things correct to this time period. If 60s, 70s, 80s, and some of the 90s, you didn't have to watch your tongue as much, but now you got to watch your tongue. So, yeah, I'll just say that they was not the most desirable people that was at the celebration. I'll just put it that way. And if they was in here, too bad. Because if I said not, some of the most desirable people, you can't take that personally to yourself. Because even if you say, what do you mean, who? It doesn't matter. You can say that. But even if you say that, it doesn't, I'm not saying you. I just said some of the people. You see, so you can't get all sensitive and act like you hurt. Oh, I'm hurt, because he said this. No, don't worry about it. I said that, but it's not. Don't take it like it's you personally. But do take it like it's you personally. And get a little bit of act right if it was you. They have babies on the sideline crying and stuff, and it is 11 o'clock at night. And they just really getting started, really, like 10, 11 o'clock, and babies out there. I mean, come on, your parents got to correct that, If you got to cry, if you have a crybaby ass baby, Put him in the car or do something. Let somebody watch him or something. Give him a bottle, toys, whatever you got to get him, but shut him up in places that uh, are kind of low on noise tolerance, or entertainment when it's, you don't take a baby, crying ass baby to like a basketball game and stuff like that, a boxing match or whatever. You can't, you trying to hear stuff and look. I mean, certain stuff you can just look like, okay, I can see everything, but then when you need to hear certain stuff, you're like, I can't even hear it. Like in the movies, hey, take that crying ass baby home. I'm sorry, you love your baby and stuff, but hey, you love your baby. And if you have a baby, it's not time for you to go. You can't go to the movies. You got to scratch that off your list. It's like, oh, I got a baby, I can't go. Okay, good, good. I love when people say that they got to stay home and watch kids or something like that, or they with their kids, they can't take the kids. I'm happy when you say that, because I don't want you taking the kids. I see you out there, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and more. He said, salute, brother, at Eagles Web. Yep, yep. He also said, at Sir Flame, salute, bro. Did you get that, Sir Flame? Anyway, happy day of birth to, happy day of birth recollection or remembrance for my boy out there, Sir Flame. He's celebrating those birthdays, Bruce. Yeah, it's my birthday. He out there, he got his chin up today. He got his chin up and his chest out today because it's his birthday. He rolling up on everybody he know today. Yeah, my birthday, I don't usually celebrate. He gonna tell everybody he don't usually celebrate him. I don't usually celebrate him like that, but it's still my birthday, y'all. Yeah, man, well, yeah, whatever that. He's trying to get that free dap and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, right on. What you need, man? No, I don't need nothing. Somebody go hook him up with he gonna be drinking 40s all day. His homeboy, his boys are gonna be like, yeah, okay, sir, I got you, man. It's your birthday, sir. Okay, got you, partner. What you want, man? What you want? Fifth? What you want? Go ahead and collect those bottles of tequila and stuff, man. Wine bottles and stuff. Go ahead and collect, man. Bruce Gas, Boxer Jazz and more said happy birthday, Sir Flame. He said, I dig birthdays. Hey, I might have to use that on my birthday, man. I might have to use my little strategy on my birthday. I'm going to eat everywhere, whatever. Get my bottles and stuff. Got to go out there and get my free bottles. Yeah. But anyway, I salute D-Lo 404. He up in there. He say salute. Yeah. Yeah. Sir Flame is celebrating, man. He got that. It's his remembrance of his birth, of his day of birth up in here again. Yeah. So he on one today. He good. He a good brother, man. But he gonna be on one today out there on the street. He gonna be on one. Yeah, he gonna be on one today, brother. He gonna be out there, collecting all his goods, asking people what they got on this 40. He gonna be deboing folks today. What y'all got on my 40? Yeah, that's Sir Flame today. What y'all got on my 40? Yeah, go out there and collect as many tequila bottles, wine bottles, and all that you can collect on your birthday. Hey, that's my fault, man. I don't be using my birthday like that. I'm gonna start reminding people what you getting me for my birthday. What you getting me? Oh man, I forgot your birthday. You ain't say nothing. See, that's what you pull. You gotta pull that status on them like you forgot their birthday, but as long as they know yours. Hey, it's my birthday. What you need? Let me get that. Give me like about. You give me a 620, 375 a yak, or 750. Give me a 750 a yak. You give me a 750 or a 375 a yak, we'll be good. The yak, or just give me a good bottle of red. Give me some, give me a cab. That way they set you up for your party. Not that they invited, but they set you up for a party when you do your party with whoever else. Yeah. Bruce Gas, Boxer Jazz more. He said at D-Lo 404. He said salute, brother. Yeah, but so I just want to talk just a little bit about what I saw. Yeah, I'm messing myself up, D-Lo, when it comes to in the picking the boxes and stuff like that. I'm not the right person to be on those type of things, man. Where we pick fighters to win. I'm not the best person at that. It's not like I can't pick winners. I can pick winners. I mean, I haven't went down. My lowest is like 50. I'm probably at 50 right now. No, I was like, I think 75. I could have been up there with everybody else. I could have got the X. I could have had 95. I could have had 95, but um, I I put my heart out on my sleeve on this one because what I did is I I said that this Shields would win via TKO, and so that's more or less I wanted to talk about that. I know I had unanimous decision. I erased it. I said, you know what? I said everybody's gonna have her winning by unanimous decision. Okay, D-Lo says salute all. Okay, happy birthday to Sir Flame. Yep, yep. So I knew everybody was gonna have her by unanimous decision, but I didn't want to put myself in that same box with everybody else. I didn't want her to win by unanimous decision. And I had the idea that she could probably, because the girl's taller, a lot of people looked at it like it was going to be like a harder fight. But I was like, you know what? It's actually going to be easier. Now, she couldn't and wolf the girl. And I noticed what happens is uh, her shots were a little bit too looping as they was coming upward. And if you're going to loop them, so her mistake for me is if you're going to loop them, then plant yourself on your front foot, plant yourself down a little bit, and then extend up as you throw it. So I saw that. That's why I said too tight, just too tight, and not catching this girl on the end of the punch very effectively because a lot of the steam is lost when you're going up and you're already and your body's in a certain position. So if she's down tight and got the power on that front leg, when she pushes up off that front legs and throws that hook, it has a lot more power. And I would say probably since she was able to connect the way she was, cutting off the ring a little bit better since she was playing the aggressor. So she needed to get a lot of those corner spots. If she would have got a lot more corner spots, she would have been okay. If she would have got the girl in the corner, because then the jab works, and what she needs to do is get like a nice blinding shot. That's all she needs. I can see her knocking some girls out, but she can't loop. She has to plant a little bit better. When she gets into her rhythm, she has to plant and she has to turn those punches over. She knows how to do it. And I can see Carissa Shields starting to get rid of folks. She's going to be way exciting if she starts getting rid of them because they're very intimidated by her. They're very scared of her. So if she can, like if she starts to plant and turn that shit over, she's going to get them. I see you down there, Jay Brown. Jay Brown and he said salute to Eagle, the can man. Yeah. You see who's in here, D-Lo? Jay Brown been coming through lately. D-Lo said, I'm never picking Shields by KO. She headhunts too much and telegraph her shots. Yeah, that's what... well, it's not just the telegraph because she's still fast enough. In this case, I'm going to tell you, if she was fighting somebody a little bit shorter, she would have got the KO. She would have. Trust me, she would have got the KO. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I didn't want to be in that same box. So I picked her by late stoppage. She got pretty close. But the thing about it is when she got close, just two loop, like you said, it is telegraph. I agree with you. I'm not going to disagree. I agree with you, but I have like a little different stance on it. But I still agree that, yeah, they are kind of calculated and looping and stuff like that. But if all she needs is she needs a blinding shot. She needs a quick blinding shot, a straight shot. She needs a quick blinding shot before she throws it if she's going to loop it. So it has to be like this. It has to, the blinding shot's there on its way back. She has to be already throwing the other one. You see what I mean? So it's like, boom. It has to be coming. That's a good little rhythm, see? When you're throwing it, that's a good rhythm. That's how I'm doing it in slow-mo, but that's a good little rhythm. See, it's right there. As this is coming back, that one's already there. So before they can register it, it's already doing the damage. But you're right. It's kind of, she has all the skills to manufacture KOs, but she has to box within herself, and they will come. Yeah, don't force them. But she was already imposing her will, though. If you're imposing your will, she could have got it done. I was watching this, I mean, so closely. It's like, yeah, you're right. I can see where your point is about the looping. But yes, it was just too much looping. If you see, the girl's head was going straight back. You see what I mean? But it was already like, it's not quite, since her shots are not straight, the girl's chin was not at the end of the punch. You feel me? Because it's like this. So if she's looping it like this, you're not at the end of the punch. Because the end of the punch is going to be way over here. You see what I mean? When you're looping like that, the end of the punch is over here, or there is no, or way out here. So the end of the punch is here, right before you get to the face. If you're turning it, then the end of the punch is over here. That's what she's supposed to be doing. So when she's throwing it, that should be the end of the punch, should be right there. Like I'm hitting the head and going over. But if you're looping it, you're losing everything. Time it gets there, there's really no end of the punch. You can't really count. See, look, you can't call that an end of a punch because you're out there, but that's not going to do nothing. That's like a clubbing shot. The only fighter I've ever known that can hit you with a clubbing shot and hurt you like real bad was a few fighters. Shavers could. He could hit you with a clubbing shot because his was like, I don't know, he just had so much strength. It's like, his shot was like a power driver. And George Foreman can hit you with a clubbing shot. But most fighters, if you're light in the butt, you're not going to hurt nobody with a clubbing shot like that. Yeah. But good observation from D-Lo also. Jay Brown said, salute, Eagle. The can man web, yep. 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 Jay Brown again. He said Clarissa is your typical boring black fighter code. For she hits but doesn't get hit much. Yeah, she don't get. But see, the thing is, if you're not gonna get hit and you're gonna impose your will, then the shots that you throw, they have to count. She's just not. I mean, I've seen her on the bag. I've seen her on the mitts. I've seen her throw correct punches, but when she gets in a fight, it's like she's just her. It's more like D-Lo said, more or less. So I'll put it another way. So what happens is she's on I don't want to call it like another level from her skill, but maybe this explains it better. But she's on another level than her skill set when she's in an actual fight. And I'm going to say that her professionalism kind of leaves, in her emotional state is kind of heightened when she's in a boxing match. And I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but a lot of times when your emotional status is higher, it keeps you from doing those things that you would normally and naturally do. And I think that's what she does, is her natural state. She loses her natural state when she gets in a competitive match where people are there. And also, I'm gonna tell you, it was probably some added pressure because she was in Detroit, right? So it's probably a little bit added pressure, right? When she was over there close to her hometown, her people, and then that whole emotional state. So I'm gonna come forward. She was gonna step. I'm gonna step on this girl, but you had plenty of great opportunities, and I can see this girl like a blinding shot, because if you see, when she did land, her chin would go back, and so her eyes is up in the air. She wouldn't have seen the next punch. She wouldn't have seen the next two punches. So a nice step in, half step in, a nice straight shot, a quick straight shot, and then boom, and then follow with that little wild hook, and maybe we'll get some sleepy time. Yeah. But D-Lo said great points for sure. Yep. D-Lo said salute to Jay Brown. Yep. Where's Derek at? Derek always runs his mouth about somebody being late, and then because I came in here with the I was maybe a couple of seconds late. Because I say, look, I don't put the exact time. I always say in between. I always give everybody the same time. I said in between 4 and 4:30, but I'll be in here. Don't be getting sensitive. Yeah. Yeah, Dilo said, yep, she need to settle down, but she can't seem to even in the route. Yeah. Yeah, even in, I mean, that's the whole point. If you got, I mean, this was, so, and I'm not, so this is no means, this show is not to crap on her. I'm not crapping, not taking the crap, not crapping on her, essing on her, however y'all want to see it. I'm not. It's just an observation that, and Delo's bringing up too. Yeah, just because he brings up the word route. Yeah, you're routing. So you're doing enough. You got enough going to where you this is you. I mean, the language was right. Because, I mean, I had made my pick. I said, I'm going to go ahead and go with you for the stoppage before she even made the statement that she made. But then she says that, if you don't belong in there with me, I'm going to stop you. And the girl obviously did not belong in there with her. But you got to stop when you have your heightened sense of urgency, like too much urgency, too much. It's just too many factors you had going. And so they took over your stamina was nice and good, but they just took over your fundamentals. And putting like certain combinations together, because I guarantee a nice blinding 3-piece would have put that girl down at least. Even if you didn't take her out, it would have put her down. And chances are when she got up, if you stayed consistent with the nice straight shots, you might have been able to get a TKO. But all that looping stuff where you're losing all the energy before the punch lands, that's just wasn't gonna do it. That's just not gonna do it. And like I said, and that excellent point about a route, especially if you're gonna have a route. I mean, we don't just want to see a route because it's just we see what you're doing over and over again. And yes, the crowd is going ooh and ah because they don't know that loop and punch don't have the power on it. Oh. But then after the fight, they're going to be like, I can't believe that girl was still standing up. Why was they going to go back and watch it? Like, why was she still standing up? And then some people are going to realize, hey, well, those just looping shots. There's just nothing left in them. I don't even want to call it. I'm not going to be so mean, but I'll tell you what people say. A lot of people, not about you, but people will say that you get a lot of windmilling shots. That's what they'll call them. And you don't want to be known as the windmiller all of a sudden, because they'll start calling you the champion windmiller. And that's not the point of this. Is I could see it. I took a loss with you. I mean, you won, so I did pick win, but I lost points because of the KO. I was really hoping that you was gonna actually like settle down, because I could see that her being taller, I knew you was gonna crack her, but just that loop and shit just killed me, because I was so excited one round. I'm like, oh, she gonna get her. She gonna get her. I was all excited. I see you, Gil. Gil Cole says, "What's up, Eagles Web?" But just too much. You lose too much power when you loop your shots like that. I'm telling y'all right now, just think about what I'm saying, y'all. If she would have hit her with a nice straight one, right behind that have another one, a nice blinding one that she didn't see, and then follow with one more that she didn't see, that would at least put her down. She might have been able to get that TKO. Yeah, I know I know what was common is that everybody had unanimous decision. I knew that. I knew everybody. That's why I said on Friday, I said, I know everybody, has everybody unanimous decision. I said, but I'm going out on a limb, and I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that, hey, she can get this stoppage. And now that you see, when you watch the fight, she could have got the stoppage. She's like, oh man, she could have done more than that. And see what happens with certain fans is like, we see that you're landing too many shots for it not to have the effect that we needed to have, and that's what everybody's looking at. But everybody's like, oh, that's just a route. That's nothing. 100 to what? 100 to 99, 100 to or whatever it was, 100 to 89, 100 to 90, 100 to 8. Come on, come on. Oh, Gil said he had it too. Yeah, that's what. See, me and Gil was on. Me and Gil was on that hope thing. Like, come. Gil said he picked KO also. It's like she could, but she could have done it, little brother. She could have did it, but there's just too much of that looping shit. There's too much of this, man. It's just she loses too much steam, man. And I made, like I said, I made my pick before she, before she made her little observation, to where she was saying that if the girl didn't belong there with her, she's gonna stop her. But all that, it's just too much. She too emotional, too many loops, just not staying professional enough. I'm sorry to say it, man. And this ain't. I mean, it's gonna sound like, oh, you crapping on her. I'm not crapping on her, but I'm saying you. A lot of times you get excited and you lose your professionalism in a fight. There's been a lot. There's been fighters that fought in their own hometown that have done that plenty of times. They have been, well known and good champs that have just totally lost it because they was fighting at home, or they say, they just fought the wrong fight and just never switched it back up. Like, stop fighting like that. Just switch it up. And so, not to give her all the blame, a lot of that has to do with the corner too. Because the corner guy say, you know what, hit her with a couple of quick 1-2s, up top. Once that chin goes up, then that should have also, another shot that should have been prominent is like the hard ass liver shot. You already got her chin, and she's looking up at the lights in the ceiling. So once she's looking up at the lights of the ceiling, a nice hard shot to the ribs. And then maybe you would have brought her down a little bit so you could have landed some more shots up top. Oh no, I sound so damn critical towards you, right? No. Because I never do her, but that's probably why I don't do girls, because I'm so critical. I'm not trying to, like I said, if you guys don't take it wrong, I'm not trying to be real critical, but I'm saying, and it's not because, I needed her to win by knockout so it makes me look good. No, I know it's in there. And I don't want to be like everybody was with AB. I don't want to be like that, because you know how everybody was with AB. You know how a lot of people is with AB, like AB. Let's get this done, AB, and AB never gets it done. It's like shit, because AB's just the opposite. Because AB, we're like, come on, man, throw your hands, throw your hands, throw your hands. But with her, we don't have to say throw your hands. Come on, straighten them punches out a little bit. Straighten them out, straighten them out. 1, 2, give her a quick one. Give her a quick 2-piece, 3-piece, and give her a quick 2-piece upstairs into the body, and go back upstairs, because you routing her anyway. You could basically did anything you wanted to. Damn, Gil said I missed the fight. He said I fell asleep after the last undercard fight. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Yeah, it's good. You'd have been just telling her the same thing. You would have been hollering at the screen, telling her to straighten out her punches. That's all. You would have been telling her, hey, straighten your punches out, girl. Come on now. I'm not saying it's just, like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy when I talk about her. All I'm saying is that she has to work on that, because she's not gonna have that. At least when we see her in another good fight, another route, at least it won't just be a route. At least we get to see somebody go to sleep. I mean, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants, her to put somebody to sleep. Because she they got a handful of knockouts. Yeah. But I'm not really gonna mention the other fight that's coming up, and we'll talk about that. I'm not as excited about it as I was. I kind of been envisioning that, that somebody's gonna get beat up pretty bad in this fight, and they might not think they're gonna get beat up, but they're gonna get beat up pretty bad in this fight. They just are gonna get beat up. It's simple as that. Even though they gonna have moments and look good and all that, they gonna still get beat up. But I don't even want to talk about that one yet, because people think, oh yeah, this and that. No, hell, I'm not hating on any of these boxers. I love boxing. So if you're in there putting on the show and you're doing what you're supposed to, if you're a real boxing fan, then you're gonna say, man, that was a good show, man. You really represented. You're gonna say that. You're gonna say that. But people get so sensitive. Oh, you say this about my guy. Uh, the thing, we don't have any. Well, most of us. I'm not gonna say all of us. Some of us will cry at night because our fighter lost or something. Those days are over with, man. Because there is no. We're not kids anymore, and we don't get like hurt over these fighters losing. Maybe if we was really close to them, but we don't get hurt over these fighters losing because we're older, and there is no fighters in there that we actually root that much for anymore. There's not a fighter that we just love that to watch box and win. Like, oh wow, look at that. I was more the only fighter that I was like that with was probably Deontay Wilder, because he was way underdog, but this had that powerful punch. But I was like that with him. Like, damn, Wilder. Like, that's right, get it done, man. You're an underdog. You're doing something that nobody would expect you to do. You're doing something that this can't be done. And plus, you exciting us because you putting people, you comatosing people. You know what I mean? Even in your last fight, we know that you still got that power again. It's like, wow. Because what you did to Helena's, man, people didn't even see it. But if you listen to that punch, God dang. It's just like when I put up the fight, when I put up the Sweet Pea fight, and you guys was looking at it. And I was trying to tell you, I said, look, I said that fight, because people said the Sweet Pea, that, Pea didn't hit. I said, but listen. Just listen to the shots. I said, y'all listen to these shots that's being thrown. You can't just, the glove going off somebody's body is going to tell the truth if somebody's getting hurt. Right? And you can hear all those shots. It's just like if you go back and watch Mayweather versus Gotti, you can hear that Mayweather is actually, he's cracking Gotti so hard. Yeah, that just proved that Gotti could take a lot of punishment because he's getting hit. Yeah. Jay Brown said, D-Lo 404, salute. Surprised we didn't see you at the send-off over the weekend. Okay. I just saw that right now, Jay Brown, so I don't know if he, if he heard me or whatever, or if he saw what you wrote. Because D-Lo didn't respond, so I don't know. A lot of times about this time he's driving, so wait till you get to a stoplight. Yeah. But that's why when I put too tight, I know the new language and stuff that people think tight has to do with somebody being salted up, mad, but no. When I meant tight, I meant just too much pressure on you. You too tight. It's just too much pressure. Jay Brown said that. Gil Cole, salute. He see you out there, brother. Yeah, so when I use the word tight, I mean it's just, it's just too much. It's too much owner, too much pressure. Okay, Gil saw you, Jay Brown. He gave you that 100 right back. So when I say it, it means that it's just too much pressure on her. And the pressure that she has is just not a good thing, the way that she's wearing it. She's not wearing the pressure the right way. Just too much out of character. Like I said, and this is not a crap session. It's just that, just too much. I mean, when you lose your professionalism like that, I'll give you a classic example that ended in tragedy. And people love it too. People actually love this fight. They love these rounds, however long this fight lasted. And that is the Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns. They both was just way out of character when they fought. They didn't give us a boxing show. They gave us what you call a brawl. They just brawled. They just fought, and Tommy ended up with the short end of the stick. Tommy he could have outboxed Marvin Hagler. There was no way Tommy could win by knockout. Nobody could win with knockout against Hagler because of the discovery that we discovered that he was playing unfairly with nature, because his body nature gave him a football helmet for a head. So nobody was knocking him out. You could beat him boxing, but you wasn't gonna knock him out. He was always gonna think you lost, even if you beat him boxing, because he was never gonna be hurt. Oh, Jay Brown's at Gil Coles. He said, "Who keep Thurman fighting?" He said, "We need to know." Play the flute, Gil. Yeah, we haven't heard Gil talking about Keith Thurman for a while. I think Keith Thurman is disappointing Gil a little bit. He's disappointing everybody. But we just not hear him. He's just a mouthpiece now. I hear him talking, but I don't see him fighting nobody. All I hear is just hear his mouth, being an expert witness of who's gonna win this and who's gonna win that. That's all I hear about Keith. He's just an expert witness. I'm calling him a witness, but he's just like, he's the guy. He's the guy that does all the predicting. Like he can predict who's gonna win the Spence fight and what attributes they have and this and that. Man, Keith, stop it. Yeah, I mean, stop it, dude. You're reaching. He doesn't. I mean, he's fine. I mean, I like Keith, but he needs to get out there and fight. I don't know. Gil said Keith's biggest fight right now is with his hairline. He said he down on the cards right now. You said his hairline put him down, Gil. Gil said Keith's hairline is the only thing that he got going. I told you Gil wasn't feeling that great about him right now, because Gil usually give him a lot of great words, but Gil ain't even feeling him right now. Gil like, man, you need to do something. Gil can't even talk about his skill. Gil can't even talk about his skill set right now. Gil like, I can't even talk about your skill set right now. I got to talk about your hairline. Get your hairline together. No. Oh, Keith. So get it together. Get your hairline together, partner. Tell him, Gil, get your hairline straight. And then we can talk again. Yeah, Keith ain't doing nothing. Ain't none of these fighters doing nothing, man. They all just, it's just been like, it's a lot of, they get our eyes all bulging out, like we get us excited. Oh, this new fighter Ennis, Boots Ennis. Everybody's excited about Boots Ennis, and then when we found out that his corner don't know how to coach, because that's what you guys really found out. You guys found out that his corner doesn't know how to coach, because he didn't know how to cut the ring off, and you found out his corner didn't know how to give advice. And then and they made up the running excuse at the end of the fight. So it's like, come on, really? You got ran from? No. And you got clipped a couple times, so you wasn't getting ran for. And then you was going for throwing home run shots over against the ropes, and it's like, that made you look even worse. No patience. Oh, I got to get him out of here. See? The way that he fought that one round was the way that Carissa Shields fought like the whole fight. The way she fought the whole fight. And it's like, you can't fight the whole fight like that. But that's the way she fought it. She fought the whole fight like that. All I know is somebody going to sleep. You can't Debo somebody if you lose your straight shot set. You gotta keep them straight, baby. Keep them straight. It ain't nothing to keep them straight. It ain't nothing to keep them straight. It don't matter if you ducking or going to the side, they still come out straight. If you come here, they come out straight. If you go here, they come out straight. They still come out straight. That hook turn over. It don't matter. It stays tight in here. It comes over. That's all you had to do. Shields, Shields, bam, boom. You would have got her body shot, bam, bam. If she's all leaned back, 5 body shots, whatever, how many you need to dig into that liver. Yep. Yeah, Jay Brown said facts. He says there's another fighter from Cuba, Romero Rivera, MMA guy, who has the same freakish thing, God given. Yeah, that's it. Jay Brown finally laughing at Gil Coles. He laughing. Yeah, that was good. That was it. Hey, that was a good one-liner from Gil, though. Huh? Gil said that Keith line is all in back by his ears. So just go ahead and shave it down a little bit. It'll make it look a little bit more decent. Yeah. Please. Yeah, these guys, man, these little freaks of nature and stuff, But they're starting to make up a whole lot of boxing excuses now too, though. Who did I hear? I heard a couple of fighters that say that. I think it was even Roy Jones and a few other fighters just saying that these guys they don't. Oh, Tarver. It was Tarver. Tarver. These guys don't have the subtleties. He said they don't have the skill set like they used to. And see, one thing we do is we're not allowed to talk about those things because of this culture. We're not allowed to say that, Jay Brown. So we can't talk about them just not having those type of skill sets like they used to. We can't talk about that. Oh, the older fighters, they don't do this. I'm like, come on, man, y'all. Fundamentals. So this is the thing. Why are we talking about fundamentals? Just think about this. Why are we talking about a person's fundamentals when they don't have fundamentals? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's my thing. So why are we talking about a person's fundamentals when there's no fundamentals? It's like these fighters, a lot of them, they look like they're just starting off. It's like, damn, every fight you look like you're just starting off, like your whole style. I mean, let's talk about this for a second. I'm not gonna go in on these fighters like I could. And I know people hate this. They're gonna get mad, thumbs down, whatever, cuss me out. But listen, a style like Sweet Pea Whitaker. Who's the new Sweet Pea Whitaker for our style wise? And I bring these same fighters up all the time. Marlon Starling. We have one. We do have a kind of a Marlon Starling. Broner was kind of a Marlon Starling type fighter, but he was a mixture of a lot of other things. But Broner is on his way out. So who has that type of style? Who's the Tommy Hearns that we have in the welterweight? Who's that type of style fighter? The Sugar Ray Leonard. Who's that type of fighter that we have today? The Mike Tyson of today. So I'm just naming these great fighters. Even the Lennox Lewis of today. Who's that? The Marvin Hagler of today. The Roberto Duran of today. Since these fighters are gone, who's their replacements? The Salvador Sanchez of today. The Tito Trinidad of today. Even though this guy was more of a he wasn't he was more of an exhibition fighter, but he was still great. He's still knocking people out at one point. Hector Camacho of the day. Who's that? Who's the Prince? Even Prince Nassim? Who's these guys today? Where are these guys? Where are they? You guys know them, right? Because we're reaching in barrels of fighters and we're pulling them out and we're throwing them in another barrel like, oh, you still belong in the barrel. We're not grabbing them and just saying, because look, if you're undisputed at any weight, how are you not the best? And then everybody's going to use this narrative of best fighting the best. How are you going to use the narrative of best fighting the best? And then when the best fights, you say, oh, he ain't the best. Oh, he ain't showing me nothing. He got all the straps, but he ain't all that. Well, how did we get to the point where guys with the strap ain't all that? Think about it. Canelo got all the straps, right? But he ain't all that. I believe he still got all the straps at 68, right? Or 68, right? He got all the straps still, right? But he ain't all that. Haney got all the straps, but he ain't all that. So people, they not all that. So what are we doing? We need to, this thing has to be straightened out because they still hating on boxing. And I'm not going to get into the politics. I'm not going to tell y'all, but y'all just look in the mirror and let me know why they hating on boxing. You guys know why they hating on boxing. They start hating on MMA a little bit more. MMA was blowing up. It's still doing good. But there's certain things. They coming out with different sports just to build a new fan base and to also eliminate certain elements like the super slap competition. for the most part, there's groups of people that you can eliminate from the super slap competition. Even though I will watch it because that shit because that super slap competition is insane to me. I just couldn't. I don't think I could be the first one to take a slap. If I get to slap your head completely off your shoulders, then I mean, and you don't go nowhere, then I'll take my slap. You could go and take me out, but I got mine's in at least. Jay Brown said cutting off the ring is a lost art. And the best of us I've seen is Chantel Cameron, a woman's fighter. Yep. Gil say seriously, Keith look in shape though. Hopefully he gets something soon. All right, we'll get him. Okay, Gil Cole says Shakur is closest to Sweet Pea right now. But the thing about Shakur, I don't know if his defense is as good as Sweet Pea. He got good defense. Everybody talk about his defense. But you know what? I think that if he does fight Tank, I think he is gonna have to taste he's gonna have to taste some knuckles. I just don't see nobody. I don't see nobody that Tank is not gonna touch at least. But you got a lot of people that's making it seem like Tank is not even gonna touch Shakur. Like, oh, he can't even touch Shakur at night. Nah, like Shakur is like untouchable. He can't touch him. Like, no, nobody can touch him. I don't. Is there a fighter in boxing right now that can't get touched at all? Haney was kind of the closest one to not get touched, but then he gets touched with that left hand. He gets touched. He shouldn't. He shouldn't get touched because of the jab, but he does. It's like, dude, you got to stop getting touched. And nobody's like there. But that's a good observation, though, Gil. I give you a couple of stars on that. Like, I'm only gonna give you 5 stars, but I give you 3 out of 5 stars on that one. But that's one fighter, though. How many replacement fighters do we need? If you think about it, for all the weight classes, if you talk about Hall of Famers and stars, you need to replace those. Every other sport, these players and sportsmen are replaced for the most part. There's some players that have been so gifted that it doesn't matter. They just don't. You can't have a replacement for them. I'm not talking about those players or those participants. I'm not talking about them because some of them you cannot replace, but you need to. Like if to going into a championship for certain teams in football, basketball, you need to have a replacement team. You got to have a good running back or something like that. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The running backs, even in football, the running backs from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, there's no replacements. I'm sorry, there's just none. There's no replacement for like a Barry Sanders. There's no replacement for like a Earl Campbell. There's no replacement. There's not even a replacement. I mean, Barry Sanders was a replacement for O.J. Simpson, believe it or not. I see you down there, Lotta D. Salute, girl. Yeah, so he was the replacement. But there's certain... Eric Dickerson, are you kidding me? 6'3" and had that kind of speed. LaDainian Tomlinson. Come on. LaDainian Thomas, right? Come on, stop it. There's no replacement. There's just no replacement for these players. And same thing with the boxing. We don't have the replacement. I'm surprised that Gil went out on the limb like I did, and that Gil went and that he was going with Carissa Shields by knockout. She has it, but she has to stay professional. Got to keep straight shots. Get some blind. These are things that she already has. So I'm not giving her any. So I'm not saying she got to clean. She just has to clean her game up because all the skills that I'm talking about, she already has. She has to get like a nice little blinding shot in there every once in a while, followed by a hard shot and then a body shot. She starts doing that, we're gonna start seeing these girls lay down. Jay Brown said it's funny. He said it's funny as hell to see. Never in my life will I ever stand there and let another human slap me. I know that. Like I said, brother, I watched the super slap competition. I don't suggest anybody get into that. I couldn't do it. I had to shoot you if you slapped me as hard as those guys be getting slapped. I seen a winner one time that he had to have a concussion. His eye was closed, his jaw was swollen up, and when he took his last slap, the other guy quit. Like, no, I can't, because he looked at his face transform. He said, I can't even slap him no more. But he was in so much pain himself. He's like, man, I didn't slap this guy so much, I can't even, my hand hurt. I can't even slap him no more. You're a bad boy if you let somebody slap you and they got to stop slapping you because they slap you so hard that they hurt their own self. That shit's crazy. But anyway, Lala D said it's something. She got the hearts up good. She said Jay Brown, all right. She got the hands up good. She's Lala D said Gil Coles. She got the crown out in the hearts. Lala D also at Surf Flame. Everybody salute out to Surf Flame. It's Surf Flame's birthday today. He out there collecting right now, y'all. So stay away from him. He gonna ask you what you got on his 40. He gonna ask you about that fifth or that 375. He gonna say, ladies, did me get that 375 but yet? That's Surf Flame. It's his day of birth, man. He's celebrating that. His reminiscent of his day of birth is today, man. So y'all give him his shout out. He may come back. He may actually even come back and grace us with a couple of words. We need Surf Flame. We need the birthday speech from you, sir. But anyway, sir. Jay Brown is at Lala D to the Queen. Lala D is at D-Lo. And Lala D is at Bruce. Lala D said, I can't even hear anything. Well, you got to turn your ears up or something. Lala D said, Jay Brown, this Saturday, Champ Ross is dedicated to you. Yeah, Jay Brown said she didn't stop that pity pat shoe shine shit. Like she's in the amateurs. See the opening and punch through the target. That's it. See that opening and punch straight through it. That's why I said, Jay Brown, is I didn't want to get as crucial. You guys always have been crucial. So you guys can do that. I just didn't want to say. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say it. I just wanted to, say that you need to make these corrections. Just make the corrections because you know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't watch Wilder put people to sleep. You watch Tank put people to sleep. I mean, you have the stature, you have enough skill set that you're gonna have to get out of that emotional state to where it takes your professionalism away and brings in this amateur like a style. You're gonna have to get rid of that when you're in front of your crowd and just settle down like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a wash right here. You have to know in your mind that you're gonna wash this girl and then wash her without getting too high and looping and then you ain't got no power left. Because that was, I'm kind of upset about that because me and Gil should have been the only two in this chat that picked you by winning by knockout, and you should have graced us with the knockout. You were supposed to get the knockout. Jay Brown said at Lala D, he said, I'm gonna hold you to it. You starting to slide a little bit. Yep. Shit, I'm sliding. I'm sliding. You know what? Because I wear Jay Brown. You know what happens is that everybody I have a certain pick. I know that people are gonna pick a certain way, and I just don't want to. I'm just like I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna do something I'm gonna do something on the outside because I'm just like, okay, somebody has to get a knockout. Everything can't be like the week before this. It was like about 2 or 3 upsets. I was like, well, you kidding me? Bunch of upsets. I knew this wasn't gonna be an upset, but I did want her to. Just get it done. And it was just hard. Just couldn't get it done. Just couldn't get it done. Yeah. So maybe on this next one, we'll see. So hopefully the next time we see her, she'll get it done. The proper way. She has to get it done the proper way because we can't. I'm just not. Because I'm gonna bet unanimous decision like everybody else, and then you finally get the knockout because you was listening. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to tell that you're gonna turn the punches over anyway. There's not before the fight. I'm gonna have to look at where you fighting at and everything because it's like if you fighting at home, maybe you'll be more comfortable at home next time. But shit, if you go back into that amateur shit, you gonna make me throw my hands up. As soon as I see you come, as soon as I see you throw a few punches, I'm like, here we go, distance. And you don't want to fight like that because people can. I want you. I'm talking directly to you, Caressa Shields. What we want is we want you to settle down, and we want you to throw. We want you to get some blinding shots in there. Get that 1-2 in there nice and quick, and go to the body a couple of times, then go back upstairs. Because we know you got it in you, and we want to see you surprise us with some knockouts. Because right now you're not that exciting of a champ for us, and you could be. Because even Ann Wolf was out there putting people to sleep. She understood. Let me throw this overhand and get this girl out of here. Because Ann Wolf was putting them to sleep, you know. And you have it in you. And like I said, I'm not jumping on you, but you have it on you because we don't want you to be the type of fighter where we don't have to enjoy the fight. We don't want to. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to keep it a buck. So if we're going out and we're making steak sandwiches and making popcorn and cooking and going back to watch you fight, that's not good. Because that means, come think about it, with anybody, not just her. If you can do that during the fight, is that an exciting fighter? Is that an exciting fighter or an exciting fight if you can just go and cook and do whatever else? Is that an exciting fighter? Just asking. That's not an exciting fight if I can, especially if I'm cooking outside. If I can have stuff on the grill outside and come back in right before the round's over with. I'll wait till 20 seconds before the round's over with and come back and see you doing the same shit. That you're not an exciting fighter. And yes, it might have sounded like I totally trashed her, but I didn't. I'm just making points. Jay Brown said, Eagles Web, you have to play the odds. Only 1% of women fighters with KO records. 90+% are. Okay, going to the cards, yeah. Yeah, no, I understand that, but see, Jay Brown, don't miss my point, brother. Because my point is, see, this is what I'm saying is she has the skill set to do it. Because first of all, she's coming in with her competition already fearful. You see what I mean? They're already scared when she comes in. But then when they finish fighting, they're like, oh yeah, she's good, you know, got a good skill set. I was scared the whole. They're not gonna say, oh, I was scared the whole time, but her punches did. I mean, yeah, she hits hard, but her punches wasn't all that. You know what I mean? But if they're already scared, that means that takes part of it. All she has to do is just be a little bit more professional. It don't take the hardest shot to take these girls out. That's why I was saying just a nice blinding shot. I mean, you think about it. If you remember some of Ann Wolf's fight, would you, if you were watching Ann Wolf fight, would you go messing with the barbecue? Would you go out there messing with the barbecue pit? If you did, you might miss like a spectacular knockout. Not even Layla Ali, you wouldn't leave and go tend to the barbecue. And you're right. I mean, that's not with me. That's not an issue that I'll even want. I'm not going to argue with that point that you're making. It's valid. But I'm just so much on my hope status that, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, you girl, because I know that she can get it done. Like, I know you can get this done. We need you to get this done. And so that's my whole status. But if you tight, you know, tight. And like I said, my explanation for tight is not mad. My explanation for the tight is that if you come in and you bring the pressures with you to the extent to change your whole style, you know, your whole way of fighting that you know how to fight. If you let that change your style, then you're in for a long night. I mean, get the knockout, go home, get paid. Stay safe. It's just a hope on my part. It's not like women are always knocking each other out, but on me, it's just I know that it's in there. I don't know. I'm stubborn, brother. I know it's in there. I know she has it. She has too much of the potential, especially when you have the scare factor in your favor. Because she already got the scare factor in her favor. You know, you got the scare factor and you got this. Okay, shit, you got the scare factor. Hey, you got the scare factor. Let's go get this done. Well, I can see if you didn't have the scare factor. But if you got the scare factor, you got the stature, you got the good mouthpiece, all that, and you got good enough fundamentals. We need to get you past the fundamentals because you've been surviving on that too long. Even though these other girls still don't have that skill set, and you have sparred with guys too, so we need to elevate you just a little bit more. Just go out there and get this done. Bring home a KO for Eagles Web. That's the next time I want to see. Next time I might go ahead and bet on you one more time for the KO. And I may end up messing up, but at least I put my money's worth out there. Like, oh shit, she still didn't get that damn KO. I'm gonna have to look at your opposition, whoever your next opponent. I'm gonna have to look at that, but we need to even though you got the low percentage, we need to see you get a knockout. We need to see that. Because if you want to elevate your sport and y'all want to bring the money up, even though I know you're starting to make money now, but if you want to elevate it, then we're going to need to see you be more of a beast. Jay Brown said, Ed Wolf punched like a man. She said she punched through the target, yeah. This is going to pull up. I'll do it next time. Yeah, we still got time. I'll do it next time. I'll bring up that big knockout that she had. I'll pull it up next time. That big knockout that she had that had me shaking my head like, oh wow. When she caught that girl with that huge overhand. That huge overhand had me dizzy. I'm like, whoa, that head ain't no joke. Poof! That girl's face. That girl's on the ground. She looked like the guy that what was his name? Tim Witherspoon knocked out. I heard it. No, they don't use that no more because I heard that guy. I think somebody said that guy died or something. I mean, not probably pretty recently. They say it's hard to find that clip. That guy was on the ground doing his jaw like, he was like, he was making his face ugly like, Oh shit. Jay Brown said, "Don't do it, Eagle." He said, "You're gonna be back in here on Monday." He said, "Repeat yourself." Yeah. I got to, man. I can't help myself, brother. I don't want to. I'm not mainstream, Jay Brown. I'm not mainstream, so I can't. I got to go out. I got to go out on the limb sometime. Yeah, I got to go out on the limb sometime, man. I know these fighters be killing me, man. They messing up my record. And I don't like that. Now she done messed with my little brother's record now. She done messed up Gil's record a little bit. Cause Gil said he had it with the KO too. Can't put the K. It's like Flavor Flav said, can't trust it. So we can't trust y'all. Y'all need to come out here. Y'all need to give us a fight. I'm hoping the Earl Spence fight is good. I want to see at least 8 hard rounds. I don't care if Bud go to sleep, but at least I want to see him. Earl gonna knock that bullet loose in his head. And that's what he's not banking on. Yeah, I ain't trying to make fun, but he gonna knock that bullet loose in your head, boy. With one of them hooks, I'm telling you. If you get caught one of them hooks like Shine got caught in the chin, he gonna knock that bullet loose, man. You gonna be dizzy, like you gonna hear that little thing bumping around there. Yeah. And I'm not clowning. You do have a bullet in your head, but I'm just saying, Tim Witherspoon did that to him with a mouthpiece in his mouth. He said, still broke his jaw. I know. But that was just like. If you listen to his interview, Tim was saying that's what everybody want. He said nobody wants to see boxing skills no more. He said that's all everybody want. Everybody just want a knockout. They don't care nothing about no skills no more. I was shaking my head like, damn, Tim. Yeah, do that boy like that. That boy's, he had him stretched, had his face all like, he looked like, he looked like he was he was, only I can't even do the face he did. He did the face like, he did the face like, huh, really? Um, well, somebody else got a, I got to change. I got a new knockout for y'all. I got a new knockout, and it's now this knockout has been around for a while, but I'm gonna let y'all put it in your vision, and you can put it in your vocabulary. So I got a new knockout. Um, I could have called it the Fat Joe, but I'm gonna call it the Fundora. So that's my new knockout. I saw somebody take a Fundora over the weekend, and y'all know what the Fundora is. So the Fundora, and so this, so you guys can have the visual. So the Fundora is when you're on your back, up on your arm, and you just look like you just drank too much, and you just like having a conversation with yourself or the ref, and looking like, I just you doing this like, I just don't know why you knocked me down like this. I just don't get it. Yeah, am I supposed to? I don't know. Am I supposed to get up? So the Fedora knockout is like the Dreamland knockout. You know what I mean? It's like, uh, I should be getting up, shouldn't I? Is he counting? What is he doing? That's a confusing ass knockout. When you sitting up on your elbows, looking just like, I just don't know what to do. When somebody knock your recall out of your ass, you know, I can call that knockout a lot of things. I can call it the Fat Joe lean back. I can call it the running man, because the running man, the running man. Y'all don't remember that part in the running man, right? When you just lose your memory, like, damn, dude, he put that. What is it? The amnesia backrest knockout. We can come up with all kinds of names, but I like the Fundora. I see you put you in that Fundora position, huh? So we got the Fundora, we got the Crybaby, we got the Shake. That's I don't want. So I'm just naming these knockouts, but by no means do I want to see somebody do the Shake. That's just very scary when I watch somebody do the Shake. When somebody take that Harlem Shake knockout, that's just not good. You, do I have to demonstrate it? Y'all know what the Harlem Shake knockout is, right? Y'all don't want Eagle to go through all that. I think y'all know what that one is. Eagle Webb as a kid, I'd never seen nothing like that before. They said, ask my grandmother what happened to his face. Wow. What happened to his face when he was he looked like, I mean, I can't even describe really the face, but everybody know. It looked like he bit into like some lemons, like some real sour fruit. Like, he was all like, how do you make your, how do you make your cheeks go all over? I mean, how do you make your cheeks go all into your eyes? He was like, oh. Yeah, he was definitely looking like, oh. He was looking seriously bad. He looked bad. But yeah, we got all these now, I'm not even asking that, brother. I'm not even asking for Clarissa Shields to even have one of those. I'm just saying, you know, put these punches together so we can get these knockouts. So over the weekend, yeah, I fell down a bunch of spots over the weekend. I just couldn't make it, y'all. I just fell down a bunch of spots. That's all I can say. I fell down a bunch of spots. I shouldn't have fell down, but I did. You know, I fell down a group of spots over here. It is what it is. That's what they always say. I can't stand when people say that. But yeah, I fell down some spots. One, it's my fault. Putting that trust. and Carissa Shields to go ahead and finally step up and get some of this stuff done. Um, the thing about it is you're real opinionated, and when you're real opinionated like that, then you got to get some shit done. Or else we're not going to be able to respect your opinion. You're going to have to shut the F up. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to shut the F up. Sorry. Don't comment on somebody else's wins or losses. Just don't say nothing. Just be quiet. Be humble. Just be humble. Get down. Just be humble. Just be humble. Because if you're not humble, you end up getting humbled. And this is another thing, Jay Brown and everybody, is that I don't know how scary she can stay. If you understand what I mean. I don't know how scary you can stay if people just know that your fundamentals is there. Now somebody's going to come in scared. And what they're going to do when they come in scared is you're going to mess around and catch somebody's overhand, or somebody's going to be going, straight for the knockout, knowing that they could lose on points. They may go straight for the knockout. So that's another thing. Is for you, is also a safety issue. Is because at one point these fighters just ain't gonna be so scared. You know what I mean? So let's try to clean some things up. And if somebody came in and they felt I was being a little bit too harsh, I wasn't really trying to be harsh like that. I was trying to keep it a buck. I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, I was just trying to keep it a buck. And if you felt that I was doing, like I went overboard, that was not my intention on going overboard. But, however it is, if you look at it like that, then that's just the way you look at it. I wasn't trying to go overboard. And maybe I didn't do it like a complete breakdown. I tried my best. I was just saying, just through my observation, there's just things that we needed to see, and we just didn't. We didn't get those things. It was just things we needed to see, so that way we could boost you up a little bit better. It's hard for me to rock for somebody that's just ain't gonna have knockouts, or just ain't gonna or at least if you're gonna mop somebody, just mop them so bad that we just shaking our head. Oh man, that was a good round. Oh, that was a good round. At least make us like get too excited. I want to get too excited. But anyway, we'll be back again. Hopefully, more some of my other people, like Derek Bailey, will get his ass in here, right? Anyway, Sir Flame, if you can still hear us out there, if you can still hear Eagle, go out there and get your 40s, man, and your whatever you need, man. Get your whatever you need, man, for the summer, man. Get all your stuff on. It's your birthday. It's your day of birth. Get people to spend that change on you, brother. And I will be trying to do the same thing when it's my turn. Yeah. Jay Brown said I agree with you on too. That you have to show her no respect and make Carissa fight. Fight and catch her in the exchanges. Because you don't have the skills that she has. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you said, okay, you gotta outscale her. Yeah, that's true. You gotta yeah. You're gonna have to. There's just no other way. You're gonna have to outscale her. Come in there and bomb on her and shit. Like, you know what? F it. You ain't that intimidating. You gotta come in and show her, hey, you ain't that intimidating, and just come in and bomb on her ass. And I'm not going against her like I'm hoping that she get bombed on, but hey, you got the skill set. And you don't want to, let your hands go straight. You want to do that amateur shit, then you need to get cracked. Because to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of female boxing in the first place. So it's like, if you're gonna be in here, boxing, then get your ass out there and fight. Where we can appreciate it. Because I don't care if you get bombed out. I don't care if you get knocked out in the first round. I don't care. All the mouthpiece and then you the goat and all that, and then if you mess around and get caught, then that's what you get. I'm, that's I gotta keep it a buck, man. I can't. Oh man, poor Carissa Shields. No, nope, nope. I didn't sign you up for that shit. Who signed you up? Hmm? Whoever signed your ass up. I didn't. Get your ass out there and fight. Sorry. Sorry, brother. Sorry, sister. A lot of people think they're gonna be like, "Oh, ego ain't right." Yeah, you wrong, ego. That ain't right, man. Don't talk about Chris like that, man. Please, get your ass out there and box. Get out there. Give us a couple of knockouts. Just let us get a couple. You know, throw them hands over the right way. You know what you're doing. Especially you done sparred guys and stuff. Come on, stop it. Stop playing. Stop playing with us. You costing us money. You costing us interest and everything else. But anyway, let me stop picking on her. Because it turned into a pick on section. Somebody's going to get mad at me. Eagles on me. I'm not. I'm not one of the nice guys there is. Anyway, shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know it's Eagles Way of Boxing. No matter what day it is, it's nothing but blessings. No hate. No hate from Eagle. Just appreciate. That's it. Oh, Carissa Shields. Messed me up, man. Oh, well. Yeah. Stop messing Eagle up. No, let me see. Yeah. Okay, Jay Brown said, I'm a big fan of women's boxing. They've been giving us really good fights. Levels and skills is at an all-time high. Yeah, they're getting up there, but like I said, that's what we need. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why we need her to take that step up more. That's what we needed, man. I'm not pleading just to be pleading, brother. I'm pleading because we need just a little bit more. I'm not begging for nothing big. You understand? I wanted the KO, but I wasn't begging for like the KO. I needed at least a good, clean 2-3 piece. You know, get a knockdown. Like, okay, oh, that's what's up, Gwoat. Because I want to be able to say that's what's up, Gwoat. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I ain't even see but half the fight, and like Gil Coles fell asleep before the fight. I don't want to. I just don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in that status. I'm just saying. Just saying, brother. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to catch y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Take care of yourself out there. You know, always take care. Always, always.